Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to another Mass Make Monday. And once again, inspired by Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is my prototype, and it's basically this little like decorative belly band that has a staggered booklet notepad inside it. So it's really simple to make. It's got to be the simplest mass make in the history of mass makes. And so yeah, the video is probably not going to be very long, but I really like the idea, so I wanted to still come on and do the video. Okay, so the great thing is this uses a lot of our scraps up. So grab your offcuts from cutting down, you know, papers and things, and grab your offcuts from cutting down paper pads. So what we want is 2 sheets or 2 sort of paper scraps per one, and we're basically just going to fold it in half, and I'm aiming for something like 1 inch, half an inch, something like that. So you just pop it in place, fold it down, and then, you know, it is not rocket science. It's the simplest thing ever. So that's 1. Mass make style, let's go. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're still enjoying the mass makes as much as I am. And yeah, I hope that you're itching to give this one a go. I think it's a great idea. And uses up some scraps, always a plus. And yeah, simple. So in this case, you can choose whether to how you're gonna like attach all the papers together. In my case, I'm gonna run these through my sewing machine after the video. So I'll just run it through the middle, just there, just a straight stitch, and then that will be the booklet, you know, put together. You could just use staples if you've got like a long arm stapler. That will work just fine as well. Okay, so grabbing the scraps. So these are 12 inches tall, and they're about, well, this one's 1 1/4, but I have a feeling I did some at 1 1/2. Oh no, those are 1 1/4 as well. So yeah, 1 1/4 inches wide by 12, and just going to, I'm going to go this way because I want to cover up these animals, because they're going to be the wrong way round otherwise. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to fold it round, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of space like that, just to make it easy to get the notepad in and out. So that's 1. Just going to grab my bone folder. I hope that I haven't got you too low in the view, by the way. Hopefully it's not too, hopefully you can see just fine. And I've got these from Nanine at Collage Type. They're her botanical labels, I think is what the digital was called. And I really like how these are looking in the middle of my piece. So I'm just going to decide which one of these to use. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to glue it to the top part first, because I think I need to cut my scrap of paper down a little bit. So just move that out of the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and run some glue down here and go like so. I have changed it up slightly from how Tina did hers, just because I thought a belly band would be the easiest thing. In her case, if I remember rightly, you could it wasn't a belly band as such, it was more like almost like a matchbook bit where you could almost flip this open to take the whole thing apart. But in my case, I actually prefer the belly band. I think that's how I would use it. So I'm going to go with that. Sorry if I'm more fumbly. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some more glue to the other side, like so. And it's basically just a decorative belly band. That's all it is. And I liked these labels from Nanine because, you know, they had the flowers on, the botanicals on them. So straight away, it's decorated. I don't need to do anything else to it. But either glued down onto the page or just slipped into a pocket, that's going to look really, really, really decorative, considering all it is just a few scraps thrown together. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make a few of those. So yeah, really simple. If you've stopped watching the video at this point, I don't blame you, because that's all there is to it. It's just that. So when you're folding your scraps over, try to make sure that you're folding them straight-ish, just because it will make it a lot easier for you later on. But if you find that they're not straight or something, because we are using scraps after all, then you know, it's easy enough just to what's the word? Yeah, just straighten them up after you folded them with a trimmer. Okay, and I've got this one as well. So these are my Tim Holtz scraps. So yeah, really, really good use for those scraps that we're all holding on to. We never know what to do with them. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, I think this one I might need to just trim up, because as you can see, it's not terribly straight. So I'll do that in a second as well. And I'm sure there's ways you could change this up. You could do it horizontal if you really wanted to. You know, Bob's your uncle, really, isn't it? So I think I'll go with the wider ones for these. The bigger labels, I think, would be ideal. Let's just try this one. Yeah, I think we'll go that way around. Doesn't really matter. it's just a simple thing, isn't it? So I just want to try and make sure it's in the middle-ish. It's a little bit of a fumbly process. I'm sure that's just me. I'm sure it's not fumbly really, but I find things like this a little bit fumbly. But I really, really like the idea of it, definitely. Oh, actually, I've done that a little bit low, haven't I? It's just, I'm going to glue it to the bottom piece actually, because I want it more in the middle of the notepad. So as always, I'm making a right meal of it. So you know, if you want to see how it's really done, then definitely check out Tina's video. Essentially, you just want to aim for your focal point, whatever that focal point is. You just want to aim for it to be in the middle of your notepad, ideally. Just for that decorative edge. And of course you can decorate these however you want. There's no pattern to follow or anything. It's just decorate them how you like. But I'm glad to finally get these labels used from Nanine, because I've had them a while now. Just waiting for the right project to come along. That's it. Really simple, but they look so effective. Obviously I'm not doing any inking at this point. I do need to get the inking done. Yeah, I was just cutting this one down a bit. Okay. So I think the middle is about there-ish, isn't it? Can't believe how quick that was today. Really quick mass make. So I hope you're all reaching for your bits and bobs to make some. A very, very handy addition. Sorry about my sleeves getting in the way. They're making me go all fumbly. But I have to have my sleeves down today because it's freezing. It's not officially freezing yet, but oh, it's certainly gone cold this week, that's for sure. So yeah, as I say, I need to sew my booklet, sew my papers together to create the actual booklet part. But I wanted to show you how I was going about decorating them because, you know, that's how I was going about it, and that might give you some ideas. And you can see with this one, you can use really any sized scrap. This was a much thinner one. This one is 3/4 of an inch wide, and that looks just fine. You know, I just used narrower scraps of paper to do the actual notebook, but you can go wider as well. It's completely up to you. I like both. So yeah, super quick video. I mean, I don't think that's even 10 minutes long. So yeah, super quick, but I hope that you've enjoyed seeing that little idea today. And as always, thank you so much to Tina for the inspiration for these mass makes. And yeah, I'm having a blast doing them, and I hope you're enjoying watching. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm off to sew these now. I'll catch you later. Bye bye for now.